Hello everyone and welcome to Rodan Man's Reviews. So today we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Zartan from Hasbro. So go ahead and take Zartan off the stand here. So just taking a look at him, he's definitely got that Zartan look with some kind of modern looking updates to him. Now as far as, we'll go ahead and take a look at articulation really quickly. So as far as articulation, he's what we expect from the G.I. Joe series, classified series so far. You know, he's got the 90-degree angle arm stretch here. He's got a swivel at the biceps, as we can see. He's got a double jointed, hood fell off. He's got double jointed arms that bend pretty far back, right? He's got double jointed legs as well. Feet point down, right? So there's all of that. So he's what we've come to expect. Is a really good ab crunch for him. As you can see, he goes forward pretty far and then back pretty well as well. So overall articulation is pretty good. Like we said, it's kind of what we've come to expect with the Classified Series line. I believe the Classified Series are 7-inch figures, so they're a little bit bigger than your typical Hasbro 6-inch scale. Now looking at him as far as the uniform, the costume, what have you, it's kind of like the old Zartan, but a little different, a little more modern. One thing I like about him that I'm not crazy about with the other G.I. Joe figures from the line, some of them have like almost like a silver or a bronze colored, you know, metal on the boots, or at some point on their person, you know, knees or on the boots or what have you. Zartan doesn't have any of that. I'm kind of glad all of the features on his costume are like a black or kind of like a dark grayish, I'm guessing, or maybe even kind of brownish looking, I suppose. I'm not quite sure what that color is, but he does look really cool. As far as accessories that we get with him, you know, of course you saw the hood came off, so the hood does come off, right? He's got some pretty good, also as far as the head goes, you know, he's got some pretty good articulation as far as the head looking up and looking down. He's got this kind of scarf thing that comes off, and you can see there's a cut in it, so you can just pop it back on. There's no big deal there, right? He's got these the pauldrons here, the shoulder pads that they're pretty flexible. They don't really impede the arm movement very much. As you can see, when we had him up earlier, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really keep his arms from moving or anything like that. He's got, as far as additional items and accessories, of course, we've got the hood, we've got the little neckerchief or whatever there. But he also has, if you see on the back here, he's got a little sheath for a knife. Of course, that knife comes out, right? And it does go into his hand if you need it to. So he's got his knife. He's also got his gun. One thing I notice about him that I kind of wish that he had, that he doesn't, and I know some of the other G.I. Joe figures have them. He doesn't have kind of wish he had a holster on the side here. That would have been really cool, but it is what it is. It's Zartan, so I'll let it slip. He was one of my favorite of the G.I. Joe villains back in the day. So we get that. We get the gun. We get the knife, right? We also get these odd-looking, it's like a monkey paw, monkey claw, monkey hand there. And we also have, this is like a snake head or something like that. So, yeah, I guess good luck charms, something along those lines. We also have the backpack for him. Now, just like the old school Zartan from the 80s, the backpack does open up. So there we go. Now in the backpack, we have, of course, Zartan was a master of disguise. So we've got this face that goes over. If you put it over him there, boom. I guess it holds in there pretty well. Kind of makes him look a little different. He almost kind of looks like Major Blood a little bit, doesn't he? With the mustache and the little chin beard thing going, little thin beard thing going on there. But yeah, so that thing, you kind of, when you have it on there, it's kind of held on better when you have the hood on, right? Because once you take that off, it's not going to stay on there as well. So there's that. But, and then the backpack itself does open and close. You can put the extra face, mask, what have you, in there, and then close this up. Maybe you close it up. Hold on, there we go. No. Well, something like that. There we go. So then you snap that on there, and there's a little peg hole in the back. You go ahead and just pop that on there, and he can tote around his extra face. It doesn't really serve any purpose other than, you know, just for him to have the extra. I suppose you could take it out. I don't know. Let's see. I suppose you could put some of his, maybe not. Doesn't fit anything else in there, just the face. So that's kind of really the only purpose that the backpack has, is just to tote around one of his disguise faces. The old school Zartan from the original lineup back in the 80s actually had this feature to it where if you put it out in the sun, he would turn blue. It was like he would get a blue suntan. And that was apparently the sun would sap Zartan's power and his ability to imitate things and people and what have you. So then the sun would like sap his camouflage ability. So this figure does not have that feature, of course, but it is a really cool kind of shout out, throwback to the old Zartan. Of course, I have the box here in the background. The box has got the art on it that we've come to know from the G.I. Joe Classified series, right? It's got this thing here on the side that I'm not quite sure what those are supposed to signify, but then we also have a picture of Zartan right here on the other side where he's got his mask, you know, he's holding his gun and what have you. So yeah, so Zartan from the G.I. Joe Classified series by Hasbro. If you get a chance to pick them up, do so, especially if you're a fan of the old G.I. Joe comic series or the old animated series that used to be on TV many moons ago. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and I'll see you all next video.